Welcome to this explainer. I want you to try something. Close your eyes for just a second. Imagine a darkness so absolute, so profound, it doesn't just stretch across space, but across hundreds of thousands of years. Now, imagine the single blinding spark destined to shatter it all.
हजारों साल पहले लिखी गई एक भविष्यवाणी आज हमारी दुनिया में सच होती दिखाई दे रही है. A prophecy written thousands of years ago is seen coming true in our world today. You know, these ancient words from Hindu scriptures, they aren't just poetry. They are an actual map. A map of our cosmic reality, our current societal decay, and ultimately, the final divine intervention.
Section 1. The Ancient Prophecy Awakens. Escaping the Linear Time Trap. Okay, let's dive into this, because to truly understand this prophecy, we have to completely let go of the Western idea that history is just a straight line. Ancient Hindu cosmology sees the universe not as a line, but as a giant wheel. And that wheel is divided into these massive epochs we call yugas. Think of a yuga as a vast, sweeping age of cosmic time. Together, 4 of these yugas make up one complete cycle: creation, peak spiritual perfection, a gradual painful decay, and then eventual destruction. And then, the whole shebang begins all over again. Section 2. The Great Wheel of Time, Mapping the Cosmic Cycle. To really grasp the Kalki prophecy, we first need to wrap our heads around the immense scale of this timeline.
Just think about how this cycle decays. We start at the very top with the Satya Yuga. This is a golden age lasting a staggering 1.7 million years, where righteousness, or Dharma, is absolutely perfect. But with each turning of the wheel, the age shrinks, and human morality decays by exactly 1/4. By the time we hit the Treta Yuga, Dharma is hobbling along on 3 legs. In the Dwapara Yuga, just 2, which brings us rather uncomfortably to the terrifying reality of the 4th age.
Section 3. Signs of the Dark Age, welcome to the Kali Yuga. This is the Iron Age, the era you and I are living in right now. In this age, Dharma stands on only one leg. It's an epoch totally defined by strife, discord, spiritual blindness, and basically the complete collapse of righteousness.
And here is where it gets really wild. According to traditional Hindu calculations, this dark age officially kicked off in 3102 BCE, right after Lord Krishna departed the earth. The entire Kali Yuga is supposed to last 432,000 years. But when we look at the timeline, we are only about 5,000 years into it. We've survived just 1.2% of this darkness, so we are nowhere near the end. We're literally just at the beginning.
But honestly, despite being so early in the cycle, the ancient texts, specifically the Bhagavata Purana, which was written thousands of years ago, describe the symptoms of our modern age with chilling accuracy. Just listen to these signs. Rulers who act like thieves, suppressing their own people, wealth being the absolute only measure of virtue, meaning if you're rich, you're automatically assumed to be a good person. False gurus everywhere, constant crippling human anxiety, short attention spans. I mean, it doesn't even read like ancient myth, does it? It reads exactly like today's morning news.
Now, before we go any further, I want to clear up a really common misconception. Because the names sound similar in English, a lot of people confuse the Kali Yuga with the deeply revered goddess Kali. Actually, scratch that, they are totally different. This dark age is named after a male demon named Kali, spelled slightly differently in Sanskrit, who literally personifies hypocrisy, strife, and the absolute spiritual filth of our current time.
Now, what's really interesting about this is that this exact societal breakdown isn't just an isolated Hindu concept. You see massive cross-tradition parallels. Look at Islamic prophecies regarding the minor signs of Qiyamah, or Jewish Talmudic texts describing the era right before the Messiah. They predict the exact same symptoms: extreme moral decline, the total dissolution of family bonds, and truth being replaced by arrogance. It's like across the ancient world, multiple traditions independently saw this massive wave of darkness coming.
Section 4. Kalki, the final avatar, the destroyer of darkness. But here's the thing, the Hindu cosmos never leaves humanity completely abandoned in the dark. When the Kali Yuga reaches its absolute, suffocating maximum, when virtue is literally all but extinguished, the heavens are going to tear open. The preserving god Vishnu will descend for the 10th and final time in this cycle.
And this avatar, he's going to be completely unlike anyone who came before him. Previous incarnations of Vishnu, think Rama, Krishna, or Buddha, they came as teachers, right? Or heroes. They used incredible patience, philosophy, and gentle nudges to guide the world back toward the light. Kalki is a whole different story.
The Kalki Avatar is a fierce, apocalyptic warrior. He is not coming down here to debate. He's not here to persuade anyone. He is coming to sweep away the filth by absolute, terrifying force.
The very name Kalki carries immense weight. It's derived from the Sanskrit root for dirt or filth, meaning his name literally translates to the destroyer of foulness, the annihilator of ignorance. He is, for all intents and purposes, the ultimate cosmic reset button, destined to forcefully cleanse the earth so that the Golden Age, the Satya Yuga, can be born entirely anew.
And the Kalki Purana actually details precisely how he's going to pull this off. He's definitely not going into battle alone. He gets this mind-blowing divine arsenal. From the god Indra, he receives a magnificent teleporting white horse named Devadatta. From Shiva, an all-knowing parrot named Shuka. He wields a blazing sword that streaks through the sky like a comet. And his military training? That comes straight from Parashurama, an immortal sage who has literally waited through the ages just to train this one final warrior. Together, they're destined to defeat the twin demon kings of the dark arts, Kauka and Vakoka.
Section 5. Shambhala and Modern Claims, Myth vs. Reality. So, naturally, you're probably wondering, where exactly is this going to happen and when? Let's bring this cosmic story back down to the earthly realm and objectively look at what the texts actually say about his arrival, compared to the modern figures who claim to be him today.
The scriptures predict that Kalki will be born to a pure family in a mystical village called Shambhala. Now, this is a super fascinating detail because Shambhala is also a huge part of Tibetan Buddhism, specifically in the Kalachakra Tantra. There, it's described as a hidden, peaceful kingdom that will one day release an army to defeat the forces of barbarism. It really points to this deep, shared, ancient spiritual geography across Eastern traditions.
Now, because this prophecy is so incredibly alluring, plenty of modern gurus and movement leaders have popped up, claiming to be the Kalki Avatar today. So the crucial point is this: when we impartially look at the original texts, every single modern claimant completely fails the test. The scriptures are incredibly specific. Kalki must be born in Shambhala, ride a white horse, possess divine weapons, and literally end the 432,000-year epic. And since we are only 5,000 years into the Kali Yuga, by traditional reckoning at least, his physical arrival is still hundreds of thousands of years away.
Section 6. The Hidden Spiritual Truth. The light in the darkness. Okay, please don't let that massive timeline plunge you into despair. Embedded right within this intense apocalyptic prophecy is actually a really profound esoteric secret. Let's shift our focus for a minute from the external world right into the internal one.
Ancient sages teach this really beautiful, surprising paradox. The age of maximum external darkness is also, paradoxically, the age of maximum spiritual availability. Because the world of the Kali Yuga is so thick with illusion, corruption, and suffering, the divine response is actually closer and way easier to access than ever before. You don't need to spend lifetimes in isolated meditation in a remote cave anymore. Sincere devotion and genuine inner seeking yield incredibly rapid results today.
Some spiritual leaders have offered a totally stunning revelation about this prophecy. Just think about the linguistics for a second. In Hindi, the word bala means forehead. Sambala means situated on the forehead. So esoteric traditions suggest Shambhala isn't just a physical hidden village in the Himalayas. It is the Agnya Chakra, the powerful energy center located right there on your own forehead.
And this brilliantly illustrates the immediate, highly practical application of this ancient knowledge. Kalki isn't just a future warrior. It's an awakening of human consciousness. To actually experience this, you can follow these steps right now. First, recognize the external noise and corruption of the Kali Yuga for exactly what it is, an illusion. Second, turn your intense focus inward to the Shambhala of your own mind. And third, invite that fiery, purifying Kalki energy to awaken and strike down your own internal ignorance. You see, the great battle isn't just something waiting in the far future. It's happening right now, inside you.
The ancient wheel of time just keeps turning. The darkness of this age will, eventually, shatter against the blazing sword of truth, exactly as the scriptures promise. But as we look at the chaotic state of our world and the state of our own inner landscape, the most important takeaway from this explainer isn't some distant date on a calendar. The real question is not when will Kalki come, but when he does, whether in the world or within your own mind. Are you prepared for his arrival?